about how much we hate COVID-19 and the pandemic and every aspect of that. This week has been quite the week when it comes to WWE in that situation. Of course, we saw.
You know who hates COVID-19 too?
Vince McMahon.
Yes, sir. He hates it. Oh man, this whole thing is it's a coffin on wheels.
So Monday, we had fans in attendance at the PC for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
By fans, we mean not Performance Center trainees. However, late Monday I think it was like towards the end of Monday Night Raw, it was released that a NXT a trainee that had attended prior tapings had tested positive for COVID-19. He had last been at the facility on Tuesday, June 9th. No other individuals who are at the PC have reported symptoms. The person who tested positive is unknown. So then Tuesday, when WWE was supposed to do their tapings got delayed a day.
Their flights got delayed.
Their flights definitely got delayed. So they had like mass testing at the PC for staff and performers and all this, which at least at the onset sounded like a complete shit show. I believe was one of the leaked texts from one of the superstars. So yeah, it is definitely just been an absolute mess from the WWE standpoint this week when it comes to that sort of thing. And like here's the thing, I know like a lot of people have said, like, Ryan, you raising your hand?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
yes,
I am.
Go ahead.
I am. Why would they have fans in there, like fans, legitimate fans?
I don't know.
Not wear one of their masks. They sell masks on the WWE shop. Why wouldn't you just put them in a mask?
Where's that ding button?
Like, that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
And then you don't have so much egg on your face.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
You know,
how are they gonna make noise with a mask on?
I don't know.
That's fair.
Which, by the way, I got my shipment of masks
I've never podcast with a mask on that you'd be able to not hear what I have to say through my mask. It's bizarre how that works. I don't get it. I don't know.
And here's the thing, like, I got my WWE
Tim,
masks.
Tim, are you on mute? I don't hear you, Tim.
What? I'm not saying anything. Can you hear me now?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't tell. So you can't
tell if I'm smiling or frowning. Wait, let's try it.
Hold on. Let's call cut because this is being filmed. We could say cut, and you could take the mask down, right? And you could breathe for a couple minutes.
Sure.
And then be like, "All right, hey, we're gonna film another match, guys."
But wait, you can't breathe through your mask. My mask is like a jersey material.
I can breathe through any mask. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stupido.
You want to know who looks like a genius? We've already mentioned his name. Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Here's the about the WWE masks. I got mine in this week, and as hard as this may be to believe, it actually fits my face because I bought one on Fanatics.
Do you have them near you at all?
I don't. I should have brought them down into the studio, and I apologize. Definitely a mental gaffe on my part. But yeah, like it's marketing. It's easy marketing right there.
Why would you not?
Which mask did you get? Did you get the limited edition 2-Paws butthole?
I got the Ultimate Warrior. I got the WWE Championship, and I got the Fiend. And the Fiend one is actually even a little bigger than the other ones.
Because big Bray Wyatt's a little big.
Yes, yeah, because big Bray Wyatt's a little big.
It's hefty.
But yeah, like, I mean, everybody gets a free T-shirt when they come in. So why would you not have them with a free mask that you could say, hey, all of the people here in attendance are being safe and have their masks on. You can get these masks at shop.wwe.com. Proceeds benefit whatever. The WWE's
It sells itself, man.
Yeah,
It's unreal.
I don't get it. I don't get why you even have non-performers there in the audience either. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like,
the Street Profits have to go dance with some old guys.
right. But like, you know what I mean? You've done the AEW thing for a couple of weeks. Why stray off of that? Like, why put more people, even if those people are friends / family of superstars? Why are you putting more people in potential harm's way?
Because it's the WWE, and the only way they can get their foot out of their mouth is by putting a foot of equal or greater value in their mouth. Like, it is continuously rolling. Like, this week alone, like this week, like the last 2 weeks alone, we've had some reports of the actual dealings with Saudi Arabia where the Vince promised 100 million subscribers to the WWE network. Then the fact that they've been testing for COVID-19, even though they've just been taking temperatures and they haven't actually been doing the nose swabs.
Well, I don't think because I was trying to look back and I couldn't, because I know at one point, I know Alexa Bliss and somebody else had said at one point, they're checking her temperatures, isn't that coming in? And here's the thing, I know, the optics of that are not good, but in the same time, there's a lot of businesses that are reopening that the people coming back are only being temperature checked and, have you been around anybody who's sick? Do you feel sick? Whatever. Is that necessarily right, good, or whatever? No. But I know, because I know, AEW is doing the rapid result test, which if you research that test, they have a fairly high false positive rate, or they're doing better than the WWE's doing.
But wouldn't you want a false positive?
I mean, not a false, but
people are saying that they don't have it when
they're not. It's not necessarily a reliable test. So you may have it be asymptomatic, and it'll say that you're fine. The response on that test is not necessarily it's better than not doing one. I'll agree with that.
That's the thing.
I will agree with that. It's better than not doing anything. But it's there's no well, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no perfect way to do this. If you're still having shows, there's no perfect way to do it. However, you can not bring people outside the wrestling window into that situation. The performance center trainees, I get they're not performers on the show, but in the same time, they're under your umbrella.
I just don't see what the rush is.
Neither do I.
What's the point?
Now they both record out of Florida, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, Jacksonville. And Orlando.
AEW obviously has an easier go at this because they do one round of filming, they do dark, they do everything, and they're done. WWE is recording twice a week, correct? Raw, SmackDown, and then a monthly pay-per-view, and right. NXT's somewhere in there. I mean, we have a lot of people in and out of the same building.
Well, yeah.
With NXT at Full Sail.
NXT still at Full Sail.
Apparently, this week of TV, the tapings that got pushed back were 2 weeks of main event, which they're still doing.
Why are you even doing main event?
2 weeks of main event. They're tape. Basically, what it's boiling down to is they're currently taping shows out of order.
Right.
Because technically, SmackDown, they're going to do SmackDown live, Meaning,
No, I thought this week's SmackDown taped Monday with Raw.
They're recording SmackDown on Friday before it airs.
Oh, see, I thought they recorded SmackDown on Monday. This week's SmackDown. At least that's what I read.
Yeah.
Now maybe that got changed.
I don't know either, because if I'm completely honest, I'm just watching whatever it is. Like,
yeah, and
right.
And I've spent significantly less time in the social media world as it is. So
yeah.
I mean, I guess my point is I just looked up Florida statistics.
Not good.
We just had 3,207. That is a record for Florida.
Yeah.
Of new COVID cases yesterday. 3,207.
I think
there are reports saying that Florida will become the new epicenter of this pandemic.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Both wrestling companies that we all hold very dearly are just ho-hum, business as usual under this new normal, and just with disregard. It's mind-blowing how much of a cluster this can become very quick.
Where is Impact taping right now? Are they taping in Canada?
They are taping in Don Callis's basement.
That's a really big basement.
Huge. Let me do some research.
Yeah, I don't think they're taping in Canada because the superstars in the States wouldn't have been able to get to there.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure where Impact's taping. Like here's the thing. I even though, like, don't get me wrong, and even my wife said, because I still don't think she's a fan per se, but she's actually been watching shows with me. But like, she even said this week, she's like, the shows are better with people like in the crowd, which, like, I will admit, yes. But how, like, if WWE wouldn't have caved to the let's put feet in the seats, so to speak, then they probably wouldn't have gotten as much egg on their face, because they could be like, hey, we're still close set, we're still doing empty buildings, we're having as minimal people as possible, and
right.
maybe they're gonna have to go that route.
It looks like Impact's taping in Nashville.
Okay,
so like a hop, skip, and a jump.
Right. And again, now Impact is doing no fans due to the coronavirus, and I think they've now started to get out of their taping schedules normally, that they are now without fans.
Okay.
I think I saw this week's show was the first week without fans.
Okay. And I know Nashville, they're going to like their phase 3 of reopening next week. So I think Tennessee's doing better, at least better than Florida. Like, yeah, I mean, like, I think there was, 19,000 new cases in the States kind of every day, and 1/6 of those are in Florida. Like,
I mean, Impact taped 2 months worth of stuff in April. They're probably going to do the 2-month thing again. I mean,
probably.
They're not bringing people to and from twice, thrice a week, even once a week in AEW's case. These guys are knocking out months of taping.
Sure.
Within a couple days' time, probably with quarantining at the hotel, things like that. Like, there's just safer ways to do this than put other people at risk. Again, we go back to Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know there was reports today Kevin Owens, who was supposed to be at this week, that the next round of tapings, was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So Kevin Owens will not be on Raw next week. But yeah, and also too, like, why are they still doing Main Event? Like, that's a network only show, right? Like, I feel like Main Event is, you can get rid of that for the time being. I think people will understand.
I subscribe to the network and I expect X, Y, and Z out of it. If you're already given some of this shit for free, I expect an additional wrestling show that I couldn't normally get.
I
would never say that. I've not watched Main Event. I didn't even know they were still doing Main Event.
Right. So, like, here's the thing. Maybe
205
like
Live still a thing? Are they still doing that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, here's the thing. Like 205 Live is one thing, because that's at least, and I get Main Event is different program. Like, I'm not trying to, like, crap on the talent that is working on on that show, but, like, maybe for the time being, you're like, you know what? We're gonna play on the side of safety. We're not gonna have Main Event. let's say through the end of August. And then that'll be kind of our kicking point for main event. They have to have some sort of programming, be it old shows in the vault, be it wrestling shows or some sort of anything. Table for threes that they haven't dug out, photo shoots that they haven't dug out. Like, and you could do new episodes of photo shoot via what we're doing. Like, get a little creative with it. Give different programming than in-ring programming. You don't need 13 hours of in-ring programming a week out of the WWE right now. People are digging into the network. You can find different things that you can give the network subscriber than weekly episodes of main event. I agree. There's definitely safer ways of doing this. And since we're on like the ludicrous and the crazy scale at this point, we've kind of checked in at different times about like when live events, fans, things like that may be returning. There was a report from PW Insider this week that the WWE is beginning working to strategize potential courses of action towards getting live events in some capacity where it would be allowed. The report claims there's hope within the company to start running events outside of the Performance Center or Full Sail by August. Nothing, of course, has been set in motion, but the plans are described as day-to-day while they work on different contingency plans. The events would obviously adhere to proper guidelines in dealing with COVID-19, including social distancing regulations that would drastically reduce the number of fans inside arenas. As it stands right now, WWE has yet to cancel dates at the start of September on Ticketmaster. A live event for September 1st is still scheduled for Cape Town, South Africa, and a Raw taping for September 7th in Omaha, Nebraska. They have not run a live event or TV taping outside of Orlando since March the 9th. It's also worth noting a large portion of their live event staff also still remains on furlough, which I did see a couple of the producers were brought back this week. Pat Buck was brought back, and maybe a couple of others. Devin says R-Truth is doing a game show on the network. I did not know that. I will have to check that out. But here's the thing, Florida.
An R-Truth game show?
An R-Truth game show on the network. That's going to be.
Sign me up. Absolutely.
Yeah. Florida, Arizona, Texas, dumpster fires when it comes to new cases right now. I mean, just an absolute mess. There's portions of the country that are doing very well. I mean, every state's still getting new cases confirmed. There's some states that are doing better than others. I know, NASCAR is planning on having 30,000 fans in attendance at a race coming up here in July. Now that's at a racetrack that holds like 116,000 people, so you can obviously adequately space people within those parameters. But like in some places and in some areas, and the NFL's still hoping to have fans in some capacity this fall. College football, the same thing. So, there are places that are hoping to do events. So we're going to kind of keep an eye on this. But man, I wouldn't be surprised too if like you said, Ryan, AEW in Jacksonville, WWE at the Performance Center, if some of these things might shift geographically over the next couple weeks because, Florida, not good right now. I don't know if you're going to end up back at the Hardy compound or the QT Marshall compound for AEW. I mean, hell, throw a ring back up on the roof of the headquarters in Connecticut. And do a little bit of stuff up there, like something. I don't know, but again, just why we don't need fans right now. We don't need fans right now. And
I don't even like people that much.
Yeah, right. And here's the thing. Again, I will agree that shows come across better when there's people in the building. Like Charlie says, Edge and Orton was a lot better with crowd noise piped in or not. It was better than their Mania match. Well, it was also a lot different than their Mania match. But like, I said from the beginning, like I actually really enjoyed as much as weird as it was the empty arena shows. So, I just if they would have to go back to that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Like, you know what I mean? If for a month or two that they go, you know what, we're gonna try to limit the amount of like exposure to people. So I'm gonna go back to a full empty arena thing. But yeah, it's this week has definitely been quite the week from that aspect in the WWE as well. It's just been an absolute mess. Charlie says if he wasn't doing Raw and SmackDown, this would be the perfect time to bring back something else to wrestle with. Yeah. Unfortunately, Bruce has a little bit of stuff on his hands at this point.